Hey guys, it's Char's. First PO battle recorded. Got a sec, here goes. I start off with Ferrothorn. Not the best Pokemon ever, just because it has Focus Sash, so the only point of it actually being out is to use Explosion. So I decided to set up Stealth Rocks, just, because my Ferrothorn sucks. His name is Kill Me With Fire, and Wrench obviously got the memo, because I am now burned, my attacks don't do crap, I can't use Explosion, since Sableye is a Ghost type, so I'm just not going to try, I'm just going to try and kill me with fire, just because it's stupid. So anyway, Power-Up's not doing anything, because I'm burned, gets my attack in half, I'm also taunted, which I don't really care, because most of my attacks are attacking. I'm just letting Kill Me With Fire die, if you didn't get that. Who uses Sableye, by the way? I mean, really. It's like the troll. It's like the underdog troll of the Pokemon world. Because as you see, this Sableye is a problem. It managed to take out one of my Pokemon, and it's at 100% health. So I go into the V-Man, and boy is he mad that my Ferrothorn just died. I use Protect just to see what he goes for, and he tried to go for Taunt twice, and I use Psychic, and I'm like, damn. Misclick. Thunderbolt was right above that, and I was not paying attention to where I was clicking, and I'm like, oh god. So he's trying to kill me with Nightshade, and I'm like, the V-Man does not mess. And so he ends up dying later, but he brings out a Ferrothorn, and I'm like, wow, you suck. So he gets Thunderbolted, and guess what? V-Man pwns. He's gonna Thunderbolt this Ferrothorn right into the ground. I was trying to use V-Create, and apparently he saw that coming. I probably should have saw that coming too, and he Flash Fires me. And guess what? V-Man is going to take out this Heatran, even though he has stabbed super effective moves. Well, they're not stabbed. He didn't use one, but obviously, okay, you know what, screw this up. Okay, so Fire Blast is obviously not working for him, and he is about to get Thunderbolted, I believe, because that's really the only thing I can do. And he sets up Stealth Rocks, so I'm like, why would you do that this late in a match? That only works when Pokemon are, like, almost dead. So this Flash-Fired, which was actually activated Heatran, is going to use Earth Power. And it's super effective, and guess what? I am living. And Yui is going to be killed by Thunderbolt on this next turn. I cannot believe right here I am actually living with this much HP. It's kind of ridiculous how much the V-Man is actually doing, because he, like, pounded a Ferrothorn and took out a Heatran, and now he's going to take out this Sableye with the V-Crate that realistically should have hit him in the first place. So I don't really know why he brought him back in. I would have used him for Tribute Fighter for something else, but Stealth Rocks is up, so that doesn't really help. And of course, since that V-Crate actually hit this time, my speed and defensive stats are lower. And he brings up Reuniclus, whatever, and this basically ruins my day, because he uses Trick Room. And I'm like, dang it! So now basically I'm stuck trying to protect until Trick Room wears off, and somehow that actually ends up working. I don't know why. Eventually I'm just going to get sick of trying to stall it out, so I'm going to try and use V-Create to get my speed higher, or lower. And apparently this Reuniclus was no EV speed whatsoever, just so we can use Trick Room, because I V-Created like twice, and I'm still faster. And it might be because Teeny's legendary, I don't know. So anyway, I'm going to have to stay in with V-Man because he has Rocks up, and if I come in, he's going to kill me anyway, so I might as well just go down fighting. Trolling my Protect, trying to get his PP down, even though Psyshock probably has like 20. I don't know. Okay, so going steady, and then I'm getting it Psyshocked, and yeah, I'm dead. So, we each have 4 Pokemon left, except mine aren't damaged yet, and his are. So I go into the Z, and Zapdos is just great. I don't care how awesome your Pokemon are, Zapdos is just a beast. And it's Life Orbed. Which Stealth Rocks obviously is not helping with that, and so he brings out a Chansey. And I'm like, that's obviously evil-eyed, because why wouldn't you bring in Blissey? And you can't see it to the side, but it's not using leftovers, so it obviously has another item. And so it has Seismic Toss, which is basically Chansey's only offensive move because it does a lot of damage, realistically. So again, Stealth Rock's going down fighting. So I'm using Ruse to try and spam it out, see what happens. And it actually works pretty successfully, so I'm just going to try and get to full HP and have it hit me down by 100. Just so that's like the maximum I can get. And then I am going to be a troll after this next run, and I'm going to switch out. Probably should have saw this coming. I don't know really why he really didn't after like a roost, like back to full health. So I bring in Peanut Butter, the Jellicent, because most people name Jellyfish U Jelly. I'm like, hey, why not name it Peanut Butter? Because Peanut Butter is good too. So he takes his Chansey back and he brings out Ferrothorn, and I'm like, again, you suck. And he predicts my Toxic, and somehow he predicts my Toxic. Obviously, he's used Ferrothorn before on like Peanut Butter or whatever. And so I taunted him just to be a troll, and he was actually going to use a substitute, and I'm like, ha. So it brings out Skarmory, and I don't really know why he does, because A, of rocks, and B, that was a really good matchup until he switched out for like no reason at all. Until he Toxics me, and I'm like, you just ruined my day. Because people, when you Toxic a wall, that wall's pretty much dead in like 3 turns. And then not only is he using Toxic, he's using an offensive Skarmory, and I am really confused here. Skarmory is just being a piece of crap. If you haven't noticed, the only 3 Pokemon he has left are Skarmory, Chansey, and Ferrothorn, and they're all walls, and I have Peanut Butter, that's my 1 wall, and the next 3 are just offensive, so pretty good for me, I guess, I don't know. And so I Surf, he sees that coming, I only do like 8% damage, and I'm like, oh wow. So I taunt him, expecting him to use a healing move, because, you know, it's a Chansey, why wouldn't you? And it can't Seismic Toss me, so it's pretty much stuck. So yeah, and then I Toxic it, and I'm like, ha. Come at me, bro. And it's trying to Seismic Toss, and it has no effect, because it's really all it can do. It's trying to Toxic Stall me, and it's toxic, so I don't really care. Comes into a Ferrothorn, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna die. Might as well just use Recover. Try and, you know, keep this stall going longer, but he switched out, so I'm pretty much screwed again. And I was expecting him to try and substitute again, but he went for a Gyro Ball, and he's still taunted, he's just not using those moves now. So going to Charizard, and he is basically one of my favorite Pokemon, because I like start off almost every battle with him except this one, because, you know, of rocks. Because he takes Ice Beams like a boss. I have my Dragon Dance. For some reason, this Ice Pokemon was like choiced. So he hit me with an Ice Beam, and yeah, so I Dragon Danced, and I was faster, and then I killed him off with, I don't remember which move it was. I think it was a Fire Punch, because, you know, obvious. Anyway, about Fire Punch, see, the last 2 Pokemon are Chansey, which is weak to defense moves, but it has an Eviolite, so that's better. And then this next Pokemon is a Ferrothorn, and yeah, and Ferrothorn, you know, is basically Ferrotoast when it gets hit by fire, so. Sorry about the mumbling first video commentary. So the Chansey's, again, ruining my day, and so I'm just going to try and kill it with the Sky Drop, and that does nothing, because Chansey's just a big douche, and yeah. It's trolling me with Protect, and I'm getting really mad. So I'm just going to try and stab like 2 turns later, and set up with Dragon Dance. I probably should have seen this next move coming, just because he hits me with his Seismic Toss, which gets me down low enough that when I hit a Ferrothorn, it's going to kill me. Because his Ferrothorn has Iron Barbs and obviously Rocky Helmet, because you know why wouldn't you? Well, you know why I wouldn't, because it's not really meant for trolling, it's just meant for putting up rocks, maybe using Explosion to cause a little havoc. And in comes the Alakazam, and he has Focus Blast, and I really not wanting this to miss, because it's super effective, and even though Chansey is special defensive, it's just a Focus Blast on Alakazam is just a beast, especially when it's Life Orbed with Magic Guard, so it takes no residual damage from Life Orb whatsoever. And as you can see, I'm going to win just because I have Focus Blast and I can take like another Seismic Toss.